AMC Theaters has announced that they will now start nickel and diming their own customers depending on where they want to sit within the theater. Now, unsurprisingly, this change is incredibly unpopular because why would you want to follow an airline business model for your movie theaters, which of course are already struggling financially? Now, here are more details. Let's get to what they're trying to do. So this new initiative is what they're calling the AMC Sightline, okay? The best seats in the middle of the theater, known as preferred sightline, will cost slightly more. The worst seats, which of course are at the front of the theater, known as the value sightline, nice spin on that, will cost slightly less. Nicole Kidman is really befuddled by this. She's very confused. She doesn't understand why they're doing it. She's concerned that her own career in filmmaking and film starring will be harmed by it, and we'll see what happens. Now, with that said, all the other tickets will cost the same. AMC has not specified whether the price differences will be consistent across all cities and states, but it has led to a lot of backlash. So I'm curious what you think, John.
Yeah, I think it's stupid. By the way, I get on a shallow level, without really thinking about it or understanding the context, some of the counter arguments, which I know we're gonna talk about Frodo, were made to him, which is that a lot of other types of performing arts already operate in this way. So if you wanna go to a concert or a sporting event or a play or whatever, you will pay more or less depending on where you're at. There are a couple of reasons that this is not the same as that. One, that's not the way it's been for decades. It's too late, you missed out. If that's the way that you wanted it to be, changing it now is not the same thing as it always having been that way. That's just not the way that it actually works. The other way is that the difference between seats is just not as great as at those other things. If you're next to the 50-yard line at SoFi, or you're up in the absolute top, that is a dramatically different experience.
Absolutely.
As I said on TDR when we talked about this, my wife got me tickets to WrestleMania, which I'm very excited for. We are going to be in the $70 tickets, which are I think 1.5 miles from there, and you watch it on a tiny TV in a back room.
That many people want to go see WrestleMania?
It is literally sold out in an absolutely massive stadium, yes. And it's 2 nights, and both are sold out. Anyway, whereas if you want to be ringside, it's like $6 grand for a ticket. So, but that's a very different experience. Look, I don't like sitting in the front row at a movie theater, but it's similar to the other seats. And the difference in price is not a huge amount, but the tickets are already considered too expensive. So there's just all of these psychological factors that they don't appear to have taken into consideration.
Okay, let's discuss what has harmed the profits of the movie theater industry, okay? It's called streaming, which is awesome.
It is.
It's awesome for a number of different reasons, right? It allows you to watch movies from the comfort of your own home, where you just rent the movie once and anyone who's in the home can watch that movie as it's streaming, right? So like the cost saving involved in watching it at home is what the appealing factor is there,
and
right?
The comfort.
And the comfort, absolutely. Like for me, and look, going to the movie theaters, it's an experience that people find, attractive.
I love it.
Yeah, a lot of people love it. It's not for me, I don't begrudge anybody who does like it. I'm an introvert. I like to go to work and then I like to be a hermit. Like I don't want to leave my house, right? So other than to walk my dog. But so there's that. Making it more expensive to have an enjoyable experience at a movie theater is not the business strategy you think it is, AMC.
Yeah.
It's actually exacerbating the existing issues that are hurting your business.
Yeah, it is needlessly taking an experience that has always been considered relatively egalitarian. You go to the movie theater. Now, yes, it has overall become more and more expensive as time has gone on, but you'll listen to old people talk about, you used to go and it was a nickel or whatever, and you could watch 3 movies in a row and anyone could do it. And you could, as long as you were there and you got there relatively early, you could have a great experience. There's already a million different ways that being richer is better. Do we need to have it invade movies too? Where now, I guess I can go to the movie theaters, but I'm kind of broke, so I guess I need to be sitting on the extreme side or something. It's a needless thumb in the eye of an American people that are already a little bit questionable about going to the theaters in general. And I get that they want more money, and as you'll get to, they want people to sign up for their whatever. But this doesn't seem to be the way.
Yeah, that's an important factor in the story. So to me, it seems like this is really an effort to encourage people to sign on to this like membership program that AMC has. So here's what I'm referring to. Only members of the $20 to $25 a month Stubbs A-list membership will be exempt from the higher prices, a fact that reveals one very big reason why AMC is doing this, to offer yet another reason why theater goers should become essentially AMC subscribers. I don't think that that's gonna work, because the price difference between the better seats and the not so good seats is $2. How many times in a given month are people gonna go to the movies, right? So cost benefit analysis, I mean, if I would just, I'm not gonna join the membership, or I'm not gonna subscribe.
I mean, I'm a member of the Cinemark one, but I do go to the theater a couple times a month.
No, but John's a movie guy. Like, I totally get that.
And my wife is too.
Yeah.
So, but also I'm glad that you mentioned the actual amount. It is not that it's $50 more or anything, but that almost makes it worse. It's like you're needlessly needling people for the $2.
Yep.
You need the $2. You need the $2 that bad. You're charging me $9 for popcorn, and you need the $2 so that I don't have to look from the side. It's just such a needless addition of price.
Can I just say though, while I will complain about the cost of the tickets, and I'll complain about the $2 extra you'd have to pay to get better seats, I will gladly pay the $9 for the popcorn. It's so weird.
Oh, I get popcorn every time I go. I have to. It's just part of the movie going experience.
The weird psychological like difference that we've worked out in our heads, right? Where it's like, what? Ticket prices have gone up? I'll take that candy bar for $15, thank you, sir. Like, it's weird, I don't know.
Because you're eating it.
I love to eat.
Yeah, me too.
People
I'm a
love
big
to
fan
eat.
of it. I do it constantly. But yeah, I don't need this addition. And it makes, again, you could turn anything into a slippery slope or whatever. Like, if this is the way that they're approaching the future of the movie going experience, then like, if you want ice in your soda, it's gonna be 25 extra cents or whatever.
What is this,
like,
Europe?
We'll give you popcorn, but it's gonna be stale unless you want to upgrade to the deluxe popcorn that we just made or whatever. Like, you don't need to do this. And as we talked about on TDR, like, some tables in restaurants are better than others. Should you be paying extra for that?
Oh my God, don't give them any ideas, John.
I don't want to sit next to the bathroom or whatever, but maybe if I sit next to the bathroom, you'll give me 2% off my bill. Do you really want to go down this road, America? And I say that because you don't have to. You know what corporations don't like? When this fan base freaks out. So if you freak out about this and make a huge thing about it, then they can easily, remember, they're starting this in a select few spots. You know what that tells me? They're terrified.
They should be.
They should be, and you should terrify them so that they roll this whole thing back.
So here is Frodo's tweet that you referenced earlier. The movie theater is and always has been a sacred democratic space for all. And this new initiative by AMC Theaters would essentially penalize people for lower income and reward for higher income. And that's true. I mean, that's literally what is happening here. And if they think it's gonna save their business, why don't we look at the very last graphic that shows how the markets reacted to this news, this new strategy to increase profits. Oh, not well. So it really didn't have an impact, and
not a good impact anyway.
No, not good impact.
Yeah,
very bad impact, significantly bad impact.
We'll have to see long term or whatever. But I love Elijah Wood, using his platform to talk about that. Obviously, we're huge Lord of the Rings fans, so we already loved him. But the fact that there was so much like implicit progressivism in his tweet and concern about this sort of thing, like, come on, Frodo, come on the show and we'll talk about it.
I mean, I think he's a fan.
I know he has a real name, Elijah.
I think he's a fan of TYT. He follows me, not a big deal.
Does he really?
He does. I don't know if it's one of those like things where celebrities will sign on to Twitter and then they'll follow everyone.
You can look to see how many. That's always how I judge it. Well, I will say, I don't think he follows me, but Sam does. So.
Sam Cedar?
What?
Wait, who's Sam?
Haven't you watched The Lord of the Rings?
Oh, okay, sorry. Okay,
jeez.
I love how you said Sam in the context of a discussion about Lord of the Rings, and I thought about Sam Cedar. Like, what is wrong with me? Okay, let's see.
No, I don't think Sam Cedar actually does follow me, oddly enough. But I think that the fictional character Sam does.
We do follow each other. He has 1 million followers.
Not bad for Elijah Wood. Nice, good job.
He's following 3,570 people. That's a lot of people.
So that's not amazing.
Yeah.
It's okay. I got followed once by like John Cena. I looked at it, he followed like 200,000 people. I was like, you've literally never even been on this account, have you?
Yep.
But
Same
anyway.
thing happened to me. Anyway.
Come on, Elijah. Come on, I'm a huge fan.
Elijah, if you're actually following me because you want to follow me, holla at your boy. Although I'm not a boy, but you know what I mean.
Holla at somebody and figure it out.
Yeah. Come on the show. I want to talk about Lord of the Rings.
Thanks for watching the Young Turks. Really appreciate it. Another way to show support is through YouTube memberships. You'll get to interact with us more. There's live chat emojis, badges. You've got emojis of me, Anna, John, JR. So those are super fun. But you also get playback of our exclusive member-only shows and specials right after they air. So all of that, all you gotta do is click that join button right underneath the video. Thank you.